Very funny. Now, if I was in charge...
But you aren't, Beachhead. First comes Hawk, then Duke, then me, and finally you.
Yeah, well, maybe that'll change someday.
Pulling up black windows when you go down. You must be crazy if you think that I'ma slow down. Don't wanna hear it talking shit, fuck the drama. Keep it coming, I'ma send you to your mama. Mr. Whip, get the guns out. Dropping bodies.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Being a Fine Figure here, and today we will be taking a look at Beachhead, which is part of the G.I. Joe Retro Carded series from Hasbro Pulse. Glad I got my hands on it. It completes another leadership figure from my G.I. Joe classified line. I missed out originally on the original release, the Target exclusive one. And I was hoping that eventually one day they will release another one, because I refuse to pay scalping prices over on eBay or Mercari or whatever. So this is exciting. Again, a huge fan of Beachhead. I always see Beachhead as someone who will betray the Joes because he just wants to be in control so bad. And you know, he doesn't turn over to the evil side. He doesn't turn over to Cobra, but you know, he does have an attitude. And the way they portrayed him in the movie, I like it. It was cool. I like the way it just fits him perfectly. But anyway, as we do here on the channel, I am gonna get this bad boy unboxed, and I will be right back. All right, now that the figure is out of the package, we are gonna quickly go over some of the accessories, and I have a few things to say about some of the accessories, so we will quickly go over it before we get to the figure. Of course, the Retro series come with a stand, little G.I. Joe star there, nothing too fancy, just plain old black. All right, where should we start? All right, let's start with this little satchel or crossover or I don't know, grenade holder or something. It's just plain and simple, all one color, no real details to it. It does have a little, like the mold of the straps and stuff like that, but it would have been nice if they would have added another color to it so it could stand out, maybe on the trim here. But it's plain, and I probably would not be displaying them with this, or maybe, who knows. Let's look at the backpack. And again, all one color, no details on it, no paint deco, all black. He does have the grenades. I think, no, not grenades. He's got like some, I guess they're flash there. It's got some, couple of pouches there. It's got the arrows, not great. And I guess this is like a launcher or something. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with this. Now, funny thing about the arrows, they are them being molded all one color and all, but then you have a crossbow gun and no loose arrow. It would have been nice to be able to put an arrow on it, almost like the Baroness one. Like the Baroness came with a little arrow that you can actually put in there. The retro one, I believe, yes. So it would have been nice if they would have given us an arrow or put a little better paint on this plain green. I mean, it looks, I don't know. I just, again, I always have an issue with the weapons not having a little detail or coloring or something so they can stand out. I get it. They're going for the retro look. Basically, this is what all the weapons looked back in '83 and those O-rings and stuff like that. But, you know, if you're going to go beyond that now to improve those figures, give us those versions, they should at least, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But again, not a fan of the whole paint thing. Or if you're going to get a particular weapon and you don't have, you know, the accessory that goes with it, a single loose arrow would have been cool. But, you know, they're molded into the backpack. So that's one. He does have these flash grenades or smoke bombs or whatever, and they're actually nice detail. This, I don't mind it being just one color, but, you know, maybe the handle could have been gray. But mostly all of them that have these loose pieces, they usually how it comes. The downfall is that he really doesn't have a spot for them. Yeah, I don't think he does. So, but again, they're good for I guess pictures and stuff like that. In the meantime, they're probably going to be put away along with the other G.I. Joe accessories that I'm not able to put in some of the figures. He does have a couple of knives, and again, the two colors does make a difference. It's got this one, nice little green handle. It's like the silver there. It's got the little mold there. Makes it look like it's nice and sharp. And then of course we have one with a black handle. This one's actually very nice. The silver on it pops out a little bit better. And you got that nice glossy black on it. And then he's got two weapons. He's got a pistol or a Glock, and it does come with this extend muzzle silencer. Nicely done. He's got the holes to peg for the accessories. So does the muzzle there. I almost kind of broke this piece on it because the way they packed it in, it was so tight that it was gave me a little hard time to, like it was coming out this way, and I was like, oh, so I had to like put a little cut in the plastic just so I can get it out without doing any damage. So I gotta be very careful because I think it's already, I think I might have damaged it a little bit, so I don't want to do too much. The magazine does not come off, and it's just plain all one color. It's a nice looking gun, but you know, a little bit on the handle, a little touch of brown or something would have been cool. And then you have this weapon, which I think is from the original, but it just, to me, it just seems a little small. I mean, even his, the pistol, it's way bigger than that. And this, I think, in my opinion, I mean, I'm not a gun expert, but I think it could have been bigger. It should have been bigger. But I guess this will do. It does also come off. So you got the extender there, and obviously without this, it just looks funny. So this will basically would not come off from there, and it is bent. I had to, again, taking it out of the plastic was a pain in the ass. So, and then the magazine does come off, but I guess they didn't go that extra mile to get it all one color. As you can see, it's got the two colors on the magazine. I guess they just painted it while it was still on the, while it was on the thing instead of when it was by itself. So, but yeah, this should have been a little bit bigger, so I might have to dip into one of my other, I think I might have one that came with another figure, so I might have to switch it up for him and give him a better assault weapon. Now, again, I don't have the original one to compare it to, the original release. I think it was a Cobra Island release. I missed out. I wasn't, you know, I never saw it around in my area, and then it just got too crazy. And I tried several times to see if I would be lucky on eBay, but it's just not the case. So I was like, I don't, you know what? I'm sure eventually, and I've, you know, there was the camera, and I've come to just realize this more and more, that eventually we will get something, or they will remake it or so, which is great. Now, G.I. Joe Sculpt, I've seen this many times before. This particular one, like the original version, just has the same color eyes. It would have been cool if they would have done it with this one too, you know. But again, it's Beachhead. I mean, he's got the nice vest there. He's got all his magazines, badly painted. There you go. I mean, they really did a hack job on that painting in here. And again, I'm excited at the fact that I finally complete, you know, the whole leadership per se from the G.I. Joe, you know, I got Hawk, Duke, Flint, even Sergeant Slaughter to some degree is an instructor. So, and now I got Beachhead, and then, you know, it looks good. It looks as original as you can get, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I'm never a fan of these particular straps. They just look very like pornographic, I guess. I don't know. They look like garter belts for women. But I'm glad that they're attached so they won't slip as much. And then obviously the one here, you can't go any further down anyway. But yeah, I mean, it's got enough to put the main weapons on, but then you get the grenades and stuff like that, and you have no spot for the grenades. But again, I'm not a fan of this particular gun, so I probably will not be using it. See, doesn't matter what it's put it together. I guess this might be coming up here. I don't know. They just, that bottom was a little bit hard. Yeah, so it is for the smaller one. Now this one stands out because it's actually, it's backwards actually. Is it meant to be backwards? Or maybe he'll run across to grab, I don't know. But anyway, as you can see the shift is like backwards, like the shape of the knife, it's actually back. I don't know if that's on purpose, but whatever. And then of course he can put his pistol in there. And I guess this is for the extend clip, which I'm worried about that peg is just, yeah, I think maybe I didn't do too much damage. But other than that, typical G.I. Joe articulation, so I usually don't dwell too much on it. My figures, I normally do not display them with the backpack, or unless it's like a Techno Viper, or it's a flamethrower, stuff like that, or even torch and stuff that they need it because of the weapon, the main weapon, has the hose and stuff. But other than that, on these particular, it's just I like to just pose them regular with a gun and stuff. But again, this just seems too small for him. I don't know. Might have to go pick up some other weapons for him. But it's a cool retro. Yeah, I'm sure it'll grow. I mean, I wanted a Beachhead, so I'm glad I got it. It's not much. I mean, it's not. It looks just like the cartoon. It's just like the comic book. I mean, they nailed it. I mean, they even got the little bridges there, those little brake lines on the mask that he wears all the time. Let's get the sweater. Let's get the 75 there. And then, of course, it kind of reminds me of the Tiger Force pants that some of the other figures have. But yeah, this is nice. Again, completed another. Let's get this out of the way. And then, yeah, I mean, the head movement doesn't really give you much. What's wrong with my camera? I'm gonna have to check it. Yeah, it doesn't really, like, the whole neck kind of piece moves. It's like weird. Like, it's not just on the whole. I don't know, he's got a long neck too. Didn't realize that. But yeah, now that we got Beachhead and I got a couple Dukes, but let's bring out the retro. So I don't have the first release. And of course you've got General Hawk. And then of course, in my opinion, the real leader of the Joes. It's got Flint. And hey, why not? Let's add Big Man, Sergeant Slaughter there. And yeah. Oh, there it is. I don't know, sorry guys. That's something wrong with my camera there. Now it just seems to be too bright. There it is. But yeah, yeah, I'm glad I finally got most of my leadership from the movie. I remember that, like if you saw in the that scene with he wanted to be controlled, and Flint pretty much had to put him in his place and tell him, no, it's Hawk, then Duke, then Flint, and then him as in the leader ladder. But they don't mention Sergeant Slaughter, but I think Sergeant Slaughter's the leader anyway. He does all the training. He's an instructor for them. But that's it for the video, man. I feel like I should have been a little bit more excited about it, but I think the weapons and the I don't know. I'm glad I have it, and I'm glad I didn't pass on it because I know it's getting a little hard to. It's already almost. It's a few places already that I've sold out, and again, figures like that, you rarely see. I saw Duke on my. One of my targets, and then I have yet to see him again. Figures like this around my area sell really quick, so I'm glad I was able to get one on Paul's and fairly quickly, because it felt like they were just announced, like this was announced not too long ago, and we got them really fast. And it completes another missing figure from my piece. Now I still have a couple of figures that I want to get my hands on. Breaker, right now he is the one I'm trying to get my hands on, and I've been just eyeing to see if an opportunity arises where so I can try to continue to complete the original 13, and hopefully sooner than later we get Flash, Grand Slam and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that we get either or, you know, as a surprise announcement soon from Hasbro, or maybe at the San Diego Comic-Con. You never know. But it's a nice looking beachhead. If you missed out, yeah, I will get it. You know, if you're a completist and you want to add him to your collection, he's very nice. Get him some new weapons, bigger weapons or scale weapons that look good with the body. And, you know, add them in because, you know, it's pretty cool. They did a good job as far as keeping them as close to the original as you can get, I guess, for what they're doing. So, as always, guys, thank you for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed, please do. And as always, I appreciate your support, all 740 of you. And as always, take care of yourself. Continue to support each other. Be a fine figure. And I will see you later.